Hi guys, I've just got a alert. I've got a little candle, a little arrow here. My CMO's just touched above 100. I'm in the positive on here on the awesome oscillator. If I look at the daily chart, you know, we have got this downwards move. The 4 hour charts we've spoken about, we've gone through this 21 period moving average, but we have started to curl back around, and my CMO now is back to plus 100. On the hourly chart, again, it's not perfect, but you know, there is potential that we could have a blip back down here and sort of retest these lows or these lows. So I think for the potential reward to risk, there's potential here for a trade, potentially a bit more upside on the 30-minute chart, but for the sake of how big the potential move could be, it's definitely worth putting in a short position here. So I'm going to just go short. And I'm going to go in with half a lot. So I'm selling the market. Okay, and I need to modify this. I need to enter a stop. Just do that again. I've got some stuff running at the moment, so running a little bit slow here. Okay, so we want a stop loss at 116450. Let's have a look. Okay, stop loss just here, so we're just above these highs here, and should we get a target in? Let's just have a look on the hourly chart. If we came down to here, so 116.061, 116.061 for target. Okay. So back to the 5-minute chart, and we've got a trade here live. So this will be a trade where we manage the manage to stop and trail it down as the trade progresses, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, just back. So we're in this euro dollar short. Here it's just been sort of 5-10 minutes since I entered it, and it started to roll over a little bit, so to see how that progresses. I've just had a signal for a gold long. Now I'm just looking at this, and I'm not going to be taking this one. Reason being is, as far as on the 5-minute chart goes, it's set up nicely. However, if you do look, there's kind of a bit of a divergence here with this price action, and if we go out to slightly higher charts, i.e. the 15-minute chart, we can see here it's rolling over. It's just currently bouncing off the 21 period moving average on the 15-minute chart, and on the 30-minute chart again, it's got the potential here to roll over a bit. You know, we could be looking for a bit of a pullback down to here, down to these moving averages, before it then, you know, continues this move higher. So there is more room for it to go a bit higher on the 1 hour chart looking at this, but again, we've got this price envelope here. It might want to come back down here and touch this before it moves back up. So as it stands with regards to this setup on the 5-minute chart, I'm going to sit out on this one. I'm going to sit out on it, so we'll leave that one and just see how this euro dollar progresses. if the CMO gets down to around the -100 zone and we're still off target, then I'll probably pull half of the trade or take half the trade, and at that point we'll trail the stop down. So I'll probably move the stop down a bit now actually anyway. So I move the stop down to the high of this candle here. Now let's just do that again. Okay, so move the stop down there for this one. And if you have a look on the hourly chart, you can see the target's just down here, sort of a retest of these lows here. Potentially it's got potential to come down to these lows, but for this move on the 5-minute chart, I'd be happy with that if it got down there. Okay, so it's just pushed back up a bit here. Overall on the 15-minute chart, it still looks okay. It could, push up and stop us out. However, it could just be coming up to sort of test this price envelope before it rolls back over to come down. So it's such a tight stop now. It's a very small risk trade, and that's what happens with these sort of small time frame trades. You're looking for, you're going to have quite a few losers, but if you can get 50% win rate on them, with the risk to reward that you've got 2, 3 to 1 reward to risk trades here, then you can afford to have plenty of stop outs, so it's not an issue. So it's curled back round, it's pushing back up. If it takes out the high, it takes out a stop, then it would be trade over. If it rolls back over from here, then we will look okay to come down. Okay, just back on this euro dollar trade, it did have this bounce back up. It has since started to roll back over, so we're just looking for a nice strong negative close on this candle here. I think there's about 30 seconds to go, so we'll just sit and wait and see how this candle closes. If we get this negative close here with this candle, then we're looking good for this rundown that we were looking for, and we can start to really manage this trade. If we have this close down here, what I'll do is I'll try the stop down to break even at the point when this price envelope comes down and sort of comfortably crosses over the entry price, and then I'll get the stop down here to break even point, and therefore it's a risk-free trade from then on. So candle's closed. Okay, and it's a nice strong negative close on that candle, which is what we wanted. So now it's just a matter of sitting and waiting to see what happens. Okay, just back on this euro dollar. We can see here it's starting to have this run down. I just need to have a quick look at the level that I'm looking to get out of this trade. So we'll just flick over to the 1 hour chart. So we're getting close to target price here. And what I'm actually going to do is take half the position off here. So I'm going to close or modify or delete order. I need to close some stuff down on this computer because I've got a hell of a lot running on here. I've got some strategy backtesting running at the moment, and it's on MT5, so it actually uses all of your processors on your PC and therefore can make you run slightly slower than you normally would. So we need to market execution, close down 0.25, 25, close, bosh. Okay, so we've closed half the position down there, and we're just now go back to the 5-minute chart. Okay, so we've closed half off, and we can move the stop to break even. So around about there, looks good. And what I'll do is I'll now just message that out to the members so that they know what's going on with this trade. Hi guys, just back with this euro dollar trade. As you know, we closed out the first half just earlier on. You can see that here, £36 on that. It was just a half lot trade, and we're still in the second half. Target's just down here, so it's getting close. On the 5 minutes chart though, yeah, we're still not down to this minus 100 level, or sort of 99 level, which is kind of my oversold signal there. So it's tying in quite nicely actually with regards to getting that extra, you know, 5-10 pips that needs to get down there to target. So you can't quite see target on this chart. So if I just go out to the 15-minute chart, you can see that here. We're just looking for this push down, and that will also tie nicely with this move on this 15-minute chart. It's had a nice close on the hourly chart, as you can see here. A nice strong close on this candle here. So, you know, there is the potential that we move down to these lows over here, but we're actually in a short trade on one of the signal alerts anyway. So this is just an out and out day trade, literally in and out the market. So hence why I'm looking to get out of this as soon as possible. So we'll see how it plays out. We're getting close now. So literally target's just down there. So, you know, we're not going to the low of these lows, but you know, we're a few pips above that. So we're just looking to take that down. So not much further to run now from where we are at the moment. Literally about 5 pips. Original stop I think was around 6 pips. Entry was about here, and we had stop loss about there. So it was about 6 pips originally on that stop, 6-7 pips, and the move so far has been about 23 pips. So a good reward to risk ratio trade, and that's what I'm talking about, this manual trading. It's good fun and it's fun to do. However, you do have to be very picky. We went all day yesterday and I didn't take a single trade. You do have to be picky and pick your trades in order to get those good trades, and you have to sit in front of your computer. Unfortunately, what does help is some of these alerts that I've got for my system. So it literally will ping me up with an alert, as you've seen on the screen, telling me that, you know, get ready, there's potentially a trade there. But it's a matter then of using your own analysis to see whether that is a trade you can take. And unfortunately, with this type of trading, it's impossible to automate it because there's so many variables and factors that you're taking into account with regards to different time frames and stuff like that. So it's very much a manual system, but it's good to do. And as I say, I will be doing this as we go on. Okay, just back on this euro dollar trade, and we're breaking down. We're very, very close to target now. So we'll see if we can get a hit on target. So I'm just now recording live to see if we can get this. Just while we're waiting for it, we looked at this gold earlier on, and we didn't take the trade because of the reasons that I gave, that I didn't like with regards to the what was going on with the price action on sort of the 30-minute charts and stuff. And you can see here what's happened with that. So it'd be interesting to see if we do come down to this 21 period moving average, and it does set up on the 5-minute chart, then there might actually be a long trade. Or looking at that, it's probably unlikely that that's going to curl back round now, so that's probably not going to be an option. But the euro dollar is now just messing around. Literally very close to target then. So I'll just hold out for a bit and see how this goes. If it does start to turn back up and bounce from here, potentially it's a failure to break this low, and it could bounce up from here. So I will cut the trade or exit the trade. I could move the stop down if I wanted to, but there's no need to because I'm going to be closing out the trade anyway soon, either way, whether it hits target or if it starts to bounce back up. This CMO looks like it's going to edge down, even if price sort of starts to bounce up a little bit. It's obviously lagging slightly, so it's still come down close enough for me to be happy enough to get my exit on that. So just give it a few minutes and see how it plays out. I've just had a look on the 1 minute chart and I'm happy to close this trade out here. So it's literally a pip within target there. So so yeah, nice little trade there. What's that? 86 pounds, risked about 20 quid on that trade. So good reward, risk to reward, reward to risk trade there, and hopefully we'll get potentially we might get another one today. I'm not going to be around trading the US interest rate decision, I don't think, later on today, but I'll be back tomorrow.